play. Don't pause. Press play. Don't pause. Press play. Don't pause. Don't pause. Press play. 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 Don't pause. Press play. Play. Press play. Don't pause. Press play. Don't pause. Press play. Don't pause. Press play. Don't pause. Don't pause. Press play. 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 Don't pause. Press play. Press play. whispers in the night and you feel the danger that makes you wanna hide. When the cards are stacked against you and you're standing on the edge, now's the time, now's the time. Think about all the dreams you keep inside. Think about all the ones you love. I know this beating heart will be my guide. I know that we can overcome. When the world's so cold and we're losing hope, I need her, I need her. When the darkness comes and we're overrun, yeah, I need her. That's when we need each other. 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 When you're falling faster and don't know where you are, you feel the danger closer than your heart. When the weight is getting heavy and the future is unsteady.
What is up, everybody? My name is Connor Bagel, coming to you once again, as always, from the campus of Northern Illinois University in the NIU Esports Arena, where we are getting ready for a great one. You guys are tuning in, I apologize, for quite the match, as we have NIU, your Huskies, taking on the Bulls from Buffalo. And this, if there is a game that you want to watch this year, aside from the Northeastern one, this is it. NIU's coming into the day 3-0 on the season, looking to keep their perfect record intact, and this is the team to do it against, as Buffalo is 2-1, as we see on the screen right now, but is also their lone loss coming to co-leaders of the conference, Northeastern, and they also were the champions of the College League of Legends Fall Invitational this year, taking the they ended up finishing second in the Esports Collegiate Qualifier, wound their way all the way through, and got that victory in the end. So this is going to be a big test for NIU. One thing that we do want to note as we get ready to go through the starting lineups here is that let's go on through, and we will let you know as we go through, actually. But looking at the starting lineups, as always, it's going to be Alpha Squirtle in the top lane, PCH in the jungle. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit early. My bad. PCH in the jungle. Space Marine 18 is going to be showing up the mid lane, and then the bot lane duo will be Summoner XD and Crix GG for NIU. They're coached by Garmore, and as we mentioned, they're coming into the game 3-0 on the season. Now, the one thing that we do want to mention as we look at Buffalo's starting lineup here is they do have a substitution for tonight's match. Due to Esports Collegiate regulations, we are required to play these games on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Unfortunately, Buffalo had a class commitment for tonight, so their lineup will not feature Kyria tonight. It will instead feature 52-111. So from top to bottom, top is going to be Keenus. In the jungle, it's going to be Ghoulster. The mid lane is going to be Let Me Cry or Riven. We'll refer to him as Cry, I believe, for most of the night, or Let Me. 52-111 is going to be the bot laner, and their support is going to be Seat. The one thing to note with this lineup is looking at their solo queues, we have not seen 52-111 play any sort of ADC in his match history. Not recently, not in previous seasons. So this could be a player who may be used to playing on a Smurf, or something along those lines, may have been hiding his picks. But definitely going to be an interesting one on the bat there. It is 6 o'clock here, and we are waiting on Buffalo to show up. So we should be It's actually a little bit later for you, but we're waiting on Buffalo's team to show up here. We have used the tournament code and just waiting on that one. They do have up until 15 minutes to show up. So 15 minutes past the hour would be when they'd receive that first game loss. So let's go through the season so far and let you know what has happened. So, as you guys hopefully were watching on Saturday, NIU took another 2-1 victory, dropping the first game this time and having to reverse sweep in the final two there. But they did end up taking down Western Michigan 2-1 in the series behind the performance of Alpha Squirtle 81 up in the top lane. Despite playing the Ornn in the first game and not quite having the impact that he had wanted, the next two games he was on the Gnar and definitely had the impact that they were looking to see out of him. We'll see if NIU's team can play to that level again tonight. Looking on through the ranks, Alpha Squirtle 81 has not finished his placements, so he is unranked at this point. But PCH, Diamond 3, Space Marine 18, Diamond 2, Summoner XD is sitting in Platinum 2, and Crix GG is sitting in the Master Tier. That's important because in the side of Buffalo, we see Keenus is actually the number, I believe he's 17 as of today, challenger player in the country. So that will be the matchup to watch tonight. But as we mentioned, 52111 has not, to our knowledge, played any sort of ADC role quite yet. So that should be an interesting matchup where NIU may look to focus on the bot side and Buffalo may look to focus on the top side. Still waiting to see the players from Buffalo joining on in tonight. We will absolutely see that. Also, if you guys are not already in there and you guys know about it, we do have Andy Mendez on the Career Lecture Series going on tonight, so very happy to see him and thankful for him as well. Hopefully we'll see a few more of you guys join in after we see after the Career Lecture Series. Let's go ahead and, since we have a little bit of time here, let's go ahead and throw up the splash screens for you. That's actually the incorrect one. My apologies. We're going to go ahead and put the right one on. I noticed just now that it's been saying Western Michigan versus NIU. That's not the right one here. We'll cut out that portion of the video. Again, that is not what we want to add. Sorry. But anyway, looking on through, we do have there we go. That works. All right. My apologies. So looking on through, we do have, that might not actually be the right one, but anyway, sorry, I'm confusing myself here. But yeah, we are just waiting on the Buffalo team to get into lobby here. We haven't heard anything from them saying that they would not be playing tonight's game, or that it would be at a different time. So let's go ahead and stay with us as we're going to go ahead and check that one out. But we'll go to a short break while we do so, and we should have some action for you here any minute now.
Think about all the dreams you keep inside. Think about all the ones you love. I know this beating heart will be my guide. I know that we can overcome. When the world's so cold and we're losing hope, I need it. I need it. When the darkness comes and we're overwhelmed, yeah, I need it. That's when we need each other.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get started in just a minute here. Does look like we're just waiting on one player from Buffalo. Uh, they have gotten into the client, at least everybody except for their jungle, but we are waiting on him to be available at this point. Their jungler might be having problems. Oh, they say he should be there soon. We are looking at right now about 3 minutes until what would theoretically be the forfeit time, though we do know that they're on their way. So hopefully we can get this all figured out and ready to go. But yeah, let's go ahead and since we did have a little bit of those issues and we'll cut off the video a little bit earlier, we'll go ahead and do the starting lineups here once again for these two teams. On the blue side for game one, it's going to be NIU. It's going to be Alpha Squirtle 81 in the top lane. PCH is going to be the jungler. Space Marine 18 will be the mid laner. Summer XD is going to be the bot laner with Crix GG as the support. They're coached by Garmore. And the matchup that we want to watch is going to be the top lane. It definitely favors the side of Buffalo, whereas the bot lane favors the side of NIU. And that is because we have Keenis, the top 20 challenger player in the top lane for Buffalo. Ghoulster is going to be their jungler. Let Me Cry Riven is going to be their mid laner. 52111 will be their ADC. And Seat will be the support. That is important as 52111 is their substitute. He normally they would have a different player playing AD carry, and to the best of my knowledge, 52111 does not do so. We are looking at, they're just getting into LCS order now as Ghoulster has been joined on, but we do want to know. All right, here we go. We should be in any second now, but yes, looking into his champion picks, 52111 currently sitting Platinum 1, but we have not seen him play any AD carry games quite yet this season or previous. Looks like they're both readied up, and so we should be in a champion select very shortly. We will go ahead and swap you in when that happens. And here we go. We are in the champion select in game number 1 of this best of 3 series. Camille going to be immediately banned away. Keenis's good pick, one of the best picks for Keenis, but also a pick that's really seen a lot of popularity. Anivia going to be taken off the board by Buffalo. Space Marine 18, we've seen it banned every game away from him. Irelia is going to be the ban, again, targeting Keenis here, seeing what his best champions are and seeing if they can try to push him down on his priority picks. Rel going to be banned away from Crix GG by Buffalo, and we are quickly getting through this picks and bans phase. All right, here we go. We've got the Galio now in, and then banned away Udyr. So they're going to take away one of the comfort picks for each of them. NIU going to flip through some of those picks and going to easily pick up that Kai'Sa. Always the focus, especially when you are on blue side here. NIU has played it quite a bit. Would not be surprised to see something like a Seraphine Victor. 52111's main position that he's been playing in solo queue is that mid lane role, but it is going to be the Xayah. As we see, he is going to go on to an AD carry. Xayah, something that definitely has the disengage ability from the Kai'Sa. We've seen it as an answer sometimes in the pro play. Not typically considered the strongest pick in the current meta situation, so that is interesting to see that is where Buffalo wants to head with this pick. Aatrox is going to be something that we've seen Keenis play quite a bit of. Does NIU have an answer for it, as that is almost certainly a Aatrox up in the top lane? Urgot going to be the hover into that one. Alawi also going to be hovered, but it is just going to be the Gnar locked in. We've seen Alpha Squirtle focus on that champion lately, and so he will go to it once again in the matchup. Echo going to be the hover. That is interesting. Definitely an AP mid laner or jungler. If you pick up that Echo, we will see what it ends up being, and it is going to be actually not the Echo. It's going to be the Graves picked up for NIU, definitely something going into the jungle then. So PCH will pick up that Graves for himself. Answered into it, another ranged jungler. We'll see if that is the Kindred. Could also be something like a Nidalee, but it will be the Kindred. So something that is going to be very feast or famine for Ghoulster in the jungle there for Buffalo. Let's see what Buffalo wants to do with this first ban of the second ban rotation. We'll see where they go with it. With the bot lane, with the ADCs both taken and then the mid lane available for both teams as well as the support, we'll see what they do. They will take away the Alistar. Trying to pinch that champion pool for Crix. We do see that Pantheon is going to be what NIU takes away. So they are thinking that that may be a mid lane or top lane or even a support. Well, not top lane, sorry. A mid lane or support Pantheon pick may be likely here, but that is taken off the board. We'll see if the support pool is pinched. Thresh still available if that is the direction that Crix wants to go. Blitzcrank going to be taken off the board, so that is another one of those hook champs that that Crix likes to play. With Seraphine still available here, I would be surprised if NIU leaves it open here, as that can be flexed towards the mid lane or towards the support. Instead, they're going to take away the Echo, so we'll see if Seraphine is picked up. It's going to be the Leona, so something that definitely has a bit of engage and can lock you down quite nicely. We'll see what NIU has as an answer here into that pick, as they may go mid lane here. Doesn't really matter the pick order, that's just which one they decide to go with. They will have 10 seconds here to decide between these two picks. Looks like the hover is going to not come out quite yet. It's going to be the Orianna, so something very safe. Definitely has the ball delivery system with the Gnar, so we will see what Crix wants to play. He'll get to pick his own champion here. What will go into the Leona, and that is going to be a blind Orianna as well in the mid lane for NIU. The hover comes out. It is the set, and it will be locked in. Crix is going to play that set in the bot lane. We will see exactly how that one plays out, and now it is the Victor. We thought we might see it. Didn't necessarily think that it would be in this last pick sort of situation, but we will we'll see exactly if that's the direction that Buffalo wants to go with this pick. Definitely another control mage, and it is indeed going to be the Victor. So we will see on the side of Buffalo, the composition will be Aatrox, Kindred, Victor, Xayah, Leona, and on the side of NIU, it will be Gnar, Graves, Orianna, Kai'Sa, and Set. So Set definitely going to be willing to let Leona come in on him. If she engages, he will go ahead and just do a little bit of damage to knock her back into her own team. Kai'Sa, definitely a champion that works pretty well with some of those engaged supports, so I am very interested to see how this goes, especially now thinking about it with the dunk potential of the showstopper into the Orianna command shockwave on the ultimate there. So NIU definitely has the ability to take some of these fights, and with the Graves into the Kindred, it will be the Kindred getting the tempo will be really what decides that jungle matchup. We're now 3 minutes until we get into game, so we will go ahead and step away here, but we'll go ahead and keep looking through the champion picks. Why don't we? We've already stepped away a couple times here. But with the support pool a little bit pinched, I'm a little bit surprised we didn't see something like a Thresh. It doesn't quite work necessarily with the composition that NIU is running, so a Set, definitely a good pick in this situation. Whereas we see a lot of the longer range, a little bit of pokiness to the side of Buffalo in this one. Who do you guys think won the draft? Throw it into the chat, and we will go ahead and just see how that one goes. And we hope that you guys are enjoying so far. Let's go ahead and take care of some business while we have this opportunity too. So, looking on through, we're going to let you know of a few things that are going on right now in the world of NIU esports. All right, so we are currently having the Career Lecture Series. Tonight is the, I believe it's the third or possibly even the fourth speaker in that series, and it is Andy Mendez from GG Leagues speaking. So that is going on as we speak. So hopefully we'll have a few more people join you guys to jump on into chat after we get done with that one. We also have our Discord. If you're not a part of that, go ahead and join up at discord.gg/NIU Esports. We've got the NIU Esports DCL Summer Camp. That is going to be... let's see if it works. Odd. Oh, I see why. All right, my apologies. But we do have the DCL Summer Camp that is going on this summer in the, I believe it's first week of August. If you are you or someone you know is a middle or high school student looking to learn a little bit more about the esports industry, that is a great opportunity to be able to do so. We've also got our Facebook page, facebook.com/esportsniu. If you'd like to order merch, go ahead and go to the link that will be shown at the bottom of your screen. Instagram.com/NIU Esports Official. We've got the Esports Minor. If you're a current student or a prospective student and you'd like to check it out, please feel free to look at our Esports Minor. We've got our Twitter page at twitter.com/esportsniu. We will also be hosting an Esports Open House this March, so please feel free to email us for more information. And since you're already here, as it says in the chat, Blue did subscribe with Prime for his second month here. And don't forget that you can too. If you have Prime and you don't already use your subscription somewhere else, please consider supporting us here at NIU Esports. You'll get access to that wonderful Legacy logo emote that's been spammed a little bit in the chat. You'll also get access to the Doggers emote, as well as if you subscribe at the Supporter Plus tier. And then if you support at the Supporters Ultimate tier, then you will go ahead and get the In My Sights emote as well. Alright, we are jumping into game any second now, so we will go ahead and throw it over to the current score here. And then while we wait, we will go ahead and do that. Should be getting into game any second now. Just waiting on it to load on up. And then we will let you know. Let's go on through the runes. We do see that Fleet Footwork is going to be the rune for both Gnar and the Graves. Then we see the Phase Rush on the Oriana, Hail of Blades on the Kaisa, as well as Phase Rush on the Set on the side of Buffalo. We see Conqueror Aatrox, Press the Attack Kindred, Phase Rush Victor, Xayah is Lethal Tempo, and on the side of on the Leona, we are going to see the Aftershock. Let's go ahead and switch that one up for you. Transition it over to there. And there you go. So we are just waiting on it to actually load on in. And there we go. All right. So, looking on through the summoner spells as well, we are going to see double TPs on both teams. We see the heal and ignite in the bot lanes as well. Any specific types of starts here in terms of items, we do see the Gnar starting with the Doran's Blade. We see the Doran's Shield on the Aatrox, pretty standard. Both junglers going for the Challenging Smite. Both mid laners starting with the Corrupting Potion. Steel Shoulder Guards on the Set, because that is the AD item. Leona starting with the Magic Damage Relic Shield as well. Very minimal magic damage and AD. That just want to clarify that one. They still have the old Relic Shield passive, both of them, but it is indeed that sort of idea. We are looking at... We're looking at a pretty standard start. NIU able to place down a little bit of vision. Both teams starting with a 5-point and just looking to see what they can do. We are going to see that both junglers will start on their strong bot side leashes. So we will see pretty standard starts here as both junglers ended up throwing down the ward and backing for the Oracle Lens. My apologies, I'm forgetting that one. Both of these junglers should be starting up their first camps here just any second now. Yep, there it is. So red buff going to be the start for the Graves. We're going to see the blue start on the Kindred. Will be important to watch the marks as, wow, we do see a fake leash going through from Graves, so, or Gnar, sorry, onto the Graves, topside there. So we will see exactly how that plays out. Kindred actually going to finish up her buff a little bit slower. She did get less of a leash than the side of NIU did. And we will see exactly how they play this one out in the lane. Seat going to be able to have the little advantage here, as we expected. He'll take control of that brush. We do see the full clear coming through from both junglers on the bot side here. Graves positioning and doing his Krugs last, so we may see him look to fight over one of these Rift Scuttles. Try to deny the Kindred stack if he is able to find the right one. Not quite getting the stack yet. Actually, Graves may look for an early gank onto the bot side. We will see if that is indeed the case, as he's positioning on towards that. Is scrying on through and is going to find himself walking on through the brush. This is an early level 2 gank setup, actually level 3 for the Graves. They will step forward. That's going to be the flash forward, and nice flash in response by 5-2-1-1-1. Not going to end up being anything here. Just a bit of damage coming through from the Graves, and will deny anything there. Now, this is going to be a response gank in the mid lane. Kindred is coming on through towards this Orianna. Orianna not going to have to flash quite yet, is just going to take the chunk and get on out of there. And will be just a gank attempt and not much coming of it here. Kindred is going to start that top scuttle, but unfortunately her mark does spawn on the bottom scuttle, so she'll have to wait a little bit longer before she's able to get that first stack of her passive. As Graves is clearing away that Scuttle Crab in the bot side there. As we expected, big farm lead starting to make its way in the top lane there. Now Seat going to be stunned, or going to look to stun here, and it is going to be onto Crix. Now that is going to be quite a bit of damage, and will just be both teams backing away. Though on the Summoner spell trade, that is heal and flash down for the Xayah, and ignite for the Leona, whereas only the flash down for Set. So NIU may look to take advantage of that Summoner spell advantage and see if they cannot get a nice advantage out of that one. Kindred is going to steal away some of the blue buff here for Graves. Graves going to go ahead and just grab a little bit of damage onto the Victor, but will be an invade from the Kindred and will successfully steal that buff away. Now, we do see Set starting to position a little bit towards the top side here, and nice damage coming through from Aatrox, but Alpha Squirtle able to just negate some of that. Set is going to run into the Kindred here. We'll see if this is a fight, as Kindred may be caught out of position here with the Mega Gnar available for Alpha Squirtle, but he will just back away, as will Crix on that Set, and everybody will retreat. Farm leads being built up in the top lane and the jungle for the side of Buffalo. That is relevant, though, to notice that Graves did have that double gank onto the bot side, so he gave up his top half of the map, whereas Kindred was able to farm her entire jungle as well as the top half, the blue side for the Graves. First Drake is going to be the Mountain Drake, and that one will mean that there will be no Mountain Soul. Could still be a Cloud Soul, which is one of those stronger souls with the Gnar there. Both teams will contest over that one. This might be a fight over this Rift Scuttle. PCH is down a level on this one, and that's going to be a nice flash, but nice flash in response by PCH, as Seat is going to use his, and immediately coming off cooldown, it will be right back on cooldown. Alpha Squirtle going to take a little bit of damage here from the Aatrox, and he'll be able to back away, but getting zoned off this wave quite a bit, and losing a little bit out of that one. Kindred may be looking to start up this Mountain Drake. Does look like that is going to be the call, as the bot lane for Buffalo does roam up. And indeed, Buffalo will grab that first Drake. It will be the Mountain, and they will take that early 1-0 Drake lead. Looking across now, we do see that's about a 1,000 gold lead in favor of Buffalo. But early on here, that is the Scuttle, actually. So Kindred is on the board with the marks there. She did get the one on the Scuttle Crab in the bot side, so that increases her range. She's on the board with those. Graves going to go ahead and just deal with the top side one. Look to see if he cannot gain an advantage. TP going to come through from Aatrox so that he doesn't lose out on this wave anymore. We do see that the Iron Whiplash, or Iron Spike Whip, I apologize, is going to be finished on the Aatrox. That is a good item for him. However, with the nerfs that came through this morning, definitely a lot of the analysts are not rating that nearly as highly as they would have been yesterday. Definitely seeing that the healing items in the top side for the fighters and bruisers have been nerfed quite a bit, and they are not necessarily always thought of as nearly as strong as they had been. Now this is going to be a flash forward coming through from Crix. They're going to grab the damage onto 5-2-1-1. That's going to be first bullet come through from NIU. Now Golster has found PCH on the invade. This is nice damage come through, but that's going to be the answer coming through from Orianna, and NIU going to take the 2-to-1 cross map trade here, as this could be Orianna finding the victor as well. Now, a little bit more damage coming back through, and could be Gnar in a little bit of damage, or in a little bit of trouble here, and he is, as that'll be the solo kill up in the top side. Now, Seat could be finding himself in a little bit of a rough spot, but we'll just be able to back away. And 2-to-2, as all of a sudden we did see quite a flurry of action coming through in this game. TP comes through from Gnar, so he'll be trying to make sure that he doesn't fall any further behind, but that is exactly what we kind of expected in this matchup, just because that is the number 18 ranked player in the or 17, I believe, ranked player in the country on that Aatrox right now. Graves going to go ahead and try to keep up with this Kindred. Kindred does have ultimate available for herself, as she is level 6 right now. Due to that about 20 farm differential due to those invades. But NIU going to try to see if they can't get the Graves back in this one. Set going to be channeling the Hex Flash. We'll see if he's able to grab anything, and he'll just back away, as Let Me Cry a Riven does just find himself out of that one. Leona going to find the Set. Nice dash away from Alpha Squirtle. Unable to land the second proc of the hop, but is able to get on out of there. Now, Set is just going to go ahead and fight against this Leona. Keep her in there, as this is a bit of a tank fight. PCH is available here, but we'll just clear out that control ward. Xayah going to roam on over, so NIU needs to be careful here. And the stun does miss from the Gnar. This is ultimate. Does not land that stun either, but nice try from Alpha Squirtle. He won't. He'll take about half of his health bar, and the trade will be won by the Aatrox. Kindred is hovering up there as well. She's going to go ahead and steal away the blue side jungle once again, but we'll finish off this Rift Herald first. Now, NIU going to elect to take the Orianna in for the blue buff. Actually, she'll recall, so we will see if this will be the invade caught. There is a level advantage there for the for the Kindred, but Kindred does smite away that blue buff and successfully steals it and gets out uncontested. NIU going to look to try to take this Aatrox on, but with a 2-level lead now 1.5, but with that lead in that in the top lane, NIU will elect to just back away from that one. As Crix now sitting on a ward, we'll go ahead and just clear that one away. With the level 6, we'll see if NIU wants to engage here. They do have that level advantage in the bot lane to counteract the level advantage for Buffalo in the in the top lane. Sorry, top lane, bot lane for NIU, top lane for Buffalo. We do see Kindred roaming on towards this second Drake. So that will be any second now. She's going to get to this bot lane first. Now that's an engage onto Kai'Sa, and a lot of damage comes through, and Kai'Sa's just going to be dead on this one, as nicely done, layering the stun and the damage, and NIU going to just go ahead and give up their 80 carry on that one. Kindred is pinging onto this second Drake. We'll see which one it ends up being on the spawn. But NIU does not have teleports available to contest that, really. Graves is down a level, so we will see if NIU ends up even going into a contest for that one. It is going to be the Cloud, so NIU would have liked that as the Soul, but seeing as it's not the Soul, we'll see if NIU even chooses to contest. Now, this is going to be the ultimate coming through from Victor. That's a lot of damage coming on through, but will not be enough to take Orianna out. Will just be enough to force her out of the lane. Actually, she'll even stay in this lane, so we will see if a fight breaks out here in the mid lane. Looks like Graves is going to go ahead and back away, and that looks like the call for NIU is going to be to give up this second Drake. It will just be the Cloud going over towards Buffalo, and NIU will have to contest Drake number 3, 4, 5, 6 on for the rest of the game. Now, that's a lot of damage coming through from Orianna. It does have that level advantage, but it will be an Ocean Drake in as the soul here. Kindred currently sitting on, let's see how many stacks when we do get her on screen again, as Gnar just going to go ahead and take out this control ward. Let's go ahead and check out the Kindred stacking. She will be at, looks like she's at 4 stacks right now. Does steal away that camp as well, so we'll now still be sitting on 4. The Wolves are where that next mark will be on. And it does look like she might be posturing on towards stealing those. With the with the Graves up near the Dragon Pit, doesn't look like NIU really has the chance to engage. Ghoulster going to go ahead and throw down the Rift Herald in the top side, and looks like NIU may have to just give that up once it starts to do its charge. Now, Graves is coming towards the bot side. We'll see if this is positioned on out. Graves just going to go ahead and back away and clear out this ward. Now, we do see an engage coming through from NIU. A lot of damage comes out from Kai'Sa, but we'll just back away as NIU makes the call to just concede that fight. They'll look to see if they want to re-engage here. Leona going to be possibly found out. She is going to just body block there. Now the stun comes through. We're going to see the damage come through from the set, but with double TP is coming back on through. See, it does take a lot of damage there. Nice shockwave from the Orianna. Make sure that NIU stays alive in this contest. And after all, it will be a turret trade for NIU. Now, this is Graves going to do the damage. He'll be able to grab the kill onto Seat, and it will be 1-0 in favor of NIU. Now, Aatrox is here. Will he be able to get the damage? That's going to be a lot of damage coming out, but Flash comes through from the Graves, and NIU now going to choose to grab the Gnar onto this one. Flash comes through. Ooh, nice flash from the from Xayah as well, but NIU going to step a little too far forward here as PCH could die here. That's going to be a flash coming through from Ghoulster, and NIU might have bitten off a little more than they can chew on this one, as the Victor laser does come back on through this one, and it will be instead a 2-for-1 extended trade in favor of Buffalo. Victor going to continue to try to push this turret, and he's just laying out the damage onto Space Marine 18. Space Marine will grab his level 11 and will back away now, as Victor just sitting there. Going to take the turret shot, but Crix will go ahead and just back away now after throwing out the taunt once or twice there. Orianna, luckily if you are NIU, has finished off her Luden's Tempest. Victor about to do so himself, but has not finished that item quite yet. Gore Drinker finished on the Aatrox, so we will see if NIU is able to come back on this one. And Gale Force, is finished on the Xayah. As we mention every time, Kai'Sa is a little bit behind on her mythic item because of the prevalence of taking that lethality item first. Now this is going to be a big amount of damage, and Gnar will just die there as he is down just about 3 levels at this point, and just gets run down by the Aatrox, doing exactly what Aatrox does when he's ahead like this. But as I was mentioning, mythic item delayed because of the serrated dirt taken by the side of Kai'Sa. Keenus going to go ahead and grab that turret in the top side. He will now be sitting at just about a 70 gold lead, 70 farm lead, as well as the now 2 turrets to nothing, and those 2 turrets in the top side, as well as the Drake lead is really what separates these two teams, and the 3 kills as well. Now that's going to be the engage from the Leona. Does come through onto the side of NIU, but that's a little too far forward from Kindred, as Set is going to go ahead and grab one. That'll be traded on back by Aatrox, so it'll be the 1-for-1 trade, but is shutting down the Kindred there. Now, Aatrox looks to re-engage here. Seat is going to go ahead and grab that side here. With Graves available, that actually really opens up the ability to NIU to take this Drake on spawn, since the Kindred is dead. Now, Graves looks to engage onto the Victor. Now, this might have been a little too much, as he does go on forward, but with the Gravity Well and the laser come through, that is just going to be Graves dying a little bit too aggressive on that trade. And now Aatrox is going to go ahead and try to get the lifesteal off. Gravity Well comes down again, and Graves is going to, or Gnar is going to die. Space Marine 18 is so close to death, but Summoner XD will not die out of that one, but we will see Space Marine taken down with the Victor there. So NIU now down 6 kills, down about 7,000 gold, and that's going to be the 3rd Drake going over towards Buffalo. They are going to grab this Ocean, and they will put themselves on Ocean's Soul Point. 3-0 in favor of Buffalo on the turrets, and NIU, the composition's working, but the Aatrox getting the lead that he was hoping for off of this Gnar, and we will see if that lead does translate all the way through. The other thing with Buffalo's team comp is they do have the better 1-3-1 here, at least at this point in the contest, just because they are so far ahead. So NIU going to have to see if they can't do something to take out this. And now Gnar might be in a bad spot again, as he is going to get hit by the pullback. No, it won't land through. Graves is here as well, so with the slow, we'll see if NIU wants to re-engage on that. Now Kindred is hovering, so they will back away. 0-4-0 on this Gnar. We'll see if NIU is able to kind of stop the bleeding here. Aatrox looking to re-engage here, as Gnar, once again, just going to have to get the hop. Now, ult does land for the stun, but Gnar really not even able to farm here. Definitely just getting lane bullied by the Aatrox. And I want to give credit where credit is due. We do see that 300 gold bounty on the Xayah. We didn't know if we would see the ADC here for Buffalo having any sort of practice on the roll, but definitely taking it in stride and getting that lead. Now, this is going to be the stun here. Nice dash away from Xayah or Kaisa, but not going to be enough. PCH will just will die on that one as the flash forward comes through from the Kindred. Now going to be enough to grab another one, and this is going to be pretty much game here at 20 minutes, as the Rift Herald is charging, and Orianna going to have to just clear that one away, and that will be the mid inhibitor dying for NIU here 20 minutes into the game, 14-4 in favor of Buffalo, and not really much NIU can do to stem the bleeding quite yet. This is a monumental 11,000 gold lead for Buffalo, and exactly why we said that Buffalo is the pre-tournament favorites, or number 2 favorites. They are showing it right now, as they are just they and Northeastern are just a class above most of the rest of the conference here. And you're going to have to see if they can lock out some of these picks and get something for themselves. The draft, not necessarily what they're looking at. I don't know if it's necessarily draft difference, or if it is just the ease of execution. Likely going to be a little bit of both in that one, so NIU is going to have to look at the drawing board when they get back into Champ Select for game number 2, as this one, you don't want to say it's over before it is, but it is looking very dire for NIU. Vision going to be controlled by Buffalo. They will go ahead and start up this Baron. NIU doesn't really have an avenue to contest on this one, as Kindred is quite ahead here. Does have her Kraken Slayer and the Blade of the Rune King. Now that's going to be a dash onto PCH ultimate from the Leona. Does not land, but now Let Me Cry Riven going to do a lot of damage to PCH. He's going to just get run down here, and he will just die, as now Summoner XD is finding himself in a bad spot. Flash is not available, and he's going to go ahead and go fall to the Aatrox as well. And Hex Flash does come through from Leona. NIU not really having another avenue to contest this with the Baroned up minions. It's just going to be the push through the mid lane, and Buffalo's going to likely take game number 1 right here, as they will just march on through 5v3 for the next 10 seconds. Will NIU be able to clear some of these waves? I don't really see the ability to. They will lose one of the Nexus turrets, but with the Graves respawning, they will go ahead and force the side of Buffalo to back off from this contest. Soul Drake is available here. It is Ocean. It will be up in just about 20 seconds now. And the thing, though, for Buffalo is they can afford to give this one up, and NIU will then just be sitting on one Ocean Drake, whereas NIU has to contest this, or else they will be down the entire Soul. This is a dash forward coming through onto the Xayah. Xayah going to be forced to use the ulti just to make sure that she does not die. Disengages, and Graves not going to chase any further. Now, the entirety, all but Leona of the side of Buffalo, is on this Drake pit. Gnar going to be in the top side, so NIU not really having an opportunity to contest here. They are going to have to, but they'll see if they can. We're going to see Aatrox just trying to do his best there. Red team is going to slay the dragon. Now going to be Crix taking the death for that one. Aatrox is going to be zoning on the far side of the pit. PCH going to try to grab one back onto Ghoulster. He will die. Now Kinas is going to go ahead and grab the kill onto the Orianna. And now Gnar just going to have to hop away. Heal comes out from Summoner XD. And this will be the end of the game, as they're just going to TP right onto the Nexus turrets. And for good measure, they're going to grab the kill onto the onto Gnar, though it does freeze, so it looks like that's the end of the game. Unfortunate that we have been seeing this glitch happen more and more, so we won't be able to show you the end of the game, but we do have that is where the Buffalo does take game number 1 off of NIU. So not quite the outcome for game number 1 that you would have hoped for, but we are going to go ahead and see game number 2 should be up any minute now. And there we go. We're going to be invited in. So we will be into Champ Select any second now for game number 2. Buffalo going to choose looks like they're going to choose to go back onto the red side after taking the victory in game 1. So we will go ahead and throw that one on there. And yeah, so it looks like Buffalo does take that right back. And we will see exactly what the draft adjustments are for game number 2. After a quick game 1 victory from Buffalo, NIU going to look to try to adjust as best as possible. NIU should be ready any minute now. They are all into the lobby. One thing that definitely we will see, yep, NIU says they're ready. We do know that Buffalo will have an additional 7 minutes here, as the game 1 did get over 3 minutes before we were into game. So, yep, they're going to go ahead and stay ready. So we will be all okay and jumping on into game number 2 in just a second here. And there it is. So we're going to go ahead and jump on into Champ Select. For game number 2, NIU, immediately there it comes. It's the Aatrox going off the board. They did not want to take that one. And I think they underestimated a little bit the difficulty of the matchup into this Kinas. Camille taken off the board as well. And I would not be surprised if a third ban towards the top side does come out, as well as Anivia is going to be the answer once again. So same bans for Buffalo. Why wouldn't they be They had quite the game in game number 1. Galio going to be taken off the board or from the side of NIU. So it will be 2 topside bans for NIU. And Buffalo going to look to get themselves that last pick, counter pick. Udyr going to be taken off the board once again. So the same bans come back from Buffalo as we expect. PCH going to hover the Kaisa. We'll see if NIU wants to pick that one again. It seemed like the Xayah was a sufficient answer there, though that might have just been the Leona. And indeed, it is going to be the Kaisa. So NIU going to try to run back some of the same comp here, at least in the ADC role. And Xayah, once again, going to be the answer to that one. We will see what Buffalo wants to pick up in response to this one. It is going to be the Pantheon. NIU leaves that one up, and it is going to be hovered. Will they go for it? Doesn't look like it. This could be... they hover the Nidalee, now the Taliyah. And will it be the Taliyah locked in? It will. So that's going to be the AP jungler there. Could be a Renekton Taliyah type of situation from the side of Buffalo. Definitely something that's very strong. We do, like we said, Gore Drinker not as strong, but doesn't really matter if you have the top laner able to grab the type of lead that Keenis was in the last game. NIU wanting to make sure they get that bot lane priority pick, so they will go ahead and grab the Alistar before it is banned in the second rotation like last time. So NIU can have the ability to answer in the jungle if they'd like to on that one. Also, Crick's thinking he's willing to play that Alistar blind. They'll bring it back in game 2, no worries. Thank you, Alex. That is a great, or Narwhal, that is a great piece of insight. Graves going to be the pickup for NIU once again, and they will go ahead and they think that the Graves can beat out this Taliyah. We'll see what ends up happening. As likely we'll see a support pickup here for the side of Buffalo instead of, there it is, it's the Leona. So they will answer into the Alistar with this Leona pick. So that leaves both sides with their top laners as well as their mid laners here. Orianna going to be taken off the board, something that is very is able to be blind pickable. So Buffalo does not want NIU to feel comfortable with this mid lane matchup. Likely going to mean that they are giving counter pick over towards the mid laner here. Pantheon going to be taken off the board. NIU does not want to let Buffalo play that one, though. There's likelihood that that could be a bait, as they were holding that they did hover that pick. Maybe has the intent to play it, maybe not. Who knows? Either way, it's off the board. So Buffalo has one more ban here, likely going to move towards the mid lane, and there it is, the Cassiopeia, another thing that we've seen Space Marine play quite well. Silas going to be taken off the board, another thing that we have seen 5211, or sorry, Let Me Cry Riven and Keenis play a little bit. We'll see what they end up doing here. Will it be the top lane they feel like they can blind pick, or will it be saving the counter pick for top lane and Keenis? It's going to be the Echo Hover, and that is going to be the lock-in. Definitely something with a lot of AP and lockdown, but definitely not the absolute strongest type of pick right now, though we do see that AP Bruiser sort of champions have come back into the fold a little bit with today's update. Summoner XD going to go ahead and pick up something here, likely going to be either the mid lane or the top lane here. We'll see which one they elect to go for first. It's going to be the Ornn, so something very safe. They felt that the Gnar was able to be taken advantage of a little bit too heavily, so they will pick up the Ornn into this one and just play it safely, look to scale, and I can't say that I blame NIU for this one. We'll give the ability for Keenis to have the counter pick into that Ornn, but it is something that is safe into most matchups, and the Victor going to be picked up by NIU, as they will take that one out of the hands and will play it into the Echo this time. We'll see what NIU wants to do here. Keenis could also be playing that Echo. I wouldn't expect it, or it could be a mid lane Taliyah and an Echo jungle. We'll see exactly what plays out in this one, and it's going to be the Irelia Hover, as there it is. So definitely something that when it gets a lead can definitely snowball, but if NIU is able to shut this Irelia down, I feel that the champion And this is just my my commentary on it. You know, I could be completely off base on it, but I don't feel the champion's in the strongest spot as a typical top lane player. I feel like Irelia, if she doesn't get her 2 kills ahead, is pretty weak. But at the same time, this is Keenus, so we don't want to be scared of him. But he has shown that if he can get a lead, he can definitely snowball it. So I'm very interested to see how this Ornn into Irelia matchup goes. The bot lane looking a little safer for NIU with the Alistar, something that Crix definitely prioritizes a little bit more than the set. A little bit more reliable on his ability to engage and get his stuns and knockups there, as well as with the Unbreakable able to make sure that he doesn't take way too much damage on that one. All right. Once again, hop on into the chat. Tell us if you think NIU is going to win, if you think Buffalo is going to win this matchup. NIU in do or die mode. They need to at least take this game to force a pivotal game number 3. They were able to do it against Western Michigan when they were up against the ropes, so we'll see if they're able to reset the mental and do it once again. All right. We'll be right back in just about 2.5 minutes to watch this game number 2 and bring you all the action live here on twitch.tv/NIU_esports.
Time, hold your breath, you're the only one I see. Breathe me in, taste your lips, you're the only high I need. I'm losing control, your eyes entice me. Just letting go, your hold is tightening. I feel you rushing through my veins. Our bodies getting closer. Your heartbeat drives me insane. I feel you taking over.
All right, we're back and about to get into game number 2 of this series between Buffalo and NIU. We are NIU sitting down a game in this series, as Buffalo did take game number 1 pretty handily through their just a cross-map lead. NIU looking to counteract that a little bit more here with this game number 2 composition. Looking on through, we do see the, let's go through the runes and summoner spells. Double teleports on both the solo lanes again. We are seeing the cleanse come through from Kai'Sa this time. No heal in that bot lane. Alistar with the ignite compared to Leona's ignite. Heal is going to be on 5-2-1-1-1 though. As for runes, we see the Grasp of the Undying on the Ornn. We see Graves and Victor with the Phase Rush. Hail Blades on the Kai'Sa. Phase Rush on the Alistar. On the side of Buffalo, we see the Conqueror on the Irelia. Phase Rush on the Taliyah. Then we see Electrocute on Echo. We see Xayah with the Lethal Tempo and the Aftershock on the Leona once again. 5 points once again for the sides here. Actually, both junglers going to start on their blues this time, so Graves going to try to make sure that he does not get invaded on quite the same way. Looking at the starts, pretty similar to the last game, though we do see that both these junglers are taking the Chilling Smite instead of the Challenging Smite. Graves is actually going to start leashless on that top side, and if we notice, the sweeper was used to clear out this vision that NIU did place, so we will see what ends up happening here. Since Graves did start leashless, this gives the opportunity for NIU to possibly get an early cheese on here. That's going to be knocked back in, and Seat's going to take a little bit of damage here. Will not be much in the end, as we'll just be healed away with that Relic Shield proc, but NIU able to get a little bit of early damage there and really get the advantage on in the early push of the wave. Already we're seeing Irelia do a little bit of damage to the Ornn here, sitting 4 CS ahead and a level as well. Now 5, probably going to be able to start this freeze here. Now Alistar is going to be stunned up, and nice damage back onto the Xayah, but with the flash burned from Alistar, this could be a little too much for NIU, and Kai'Sa may find herself the first death here. Flash forward comes through from the Xayah, but not going to be enough as the ignites go through, and so the only summoner spells available here on the bot side are going to be the flash on Leona and the heal on the Xayah. And now you're going to have to be careful, as they are down quite a bit here in terms of the health department. They're going to try to heal that one up, and Irelia, yep, is just going to try to start a freeze here. Graves is going to be down here. Heal comes through from the side of Buffalo, and that's going to be first blood coming through from NIU. They're going to go ahead and look to find a second. Seat is going to be dead, as he's not going to be able to trade that one back, and it is going to be donated over to the Graves. He will find himself 2-0-0 early on, and NIU, for the first time in this series, has a bit of a lead. Now, Ornn going to just try to farm under his turret, and Taliyah not going to be able to answer in time. And so NIU wisely staying. Now, this could be a little bit of damage onto the Victor, as that's going to be a turret shot landing, and actually, Golster not going to get there in time. So NIU going to play that one well, and we'll have about 1,000 gold lead off of that first blood and second blood onto the Graves. Farm leads still in favor of Buffalo across the top side of the map, but in the mid and ADC roles, we see NIU with the lead. If you're an NIU fan, which assuming most of you on this broadcast are, that is the type of start that you are wanting. This makes the game a little bit closer, may give NIU the chance to snowball a little bit better, especially with that Graves getting the lead where he was shut down so heavily in the last game. Now this is Taliyah roaming towards the top side. We're going to have to be careful here, as he kind of starts to suss this one out and is now going to be engaged upon. Let Me Cry Riven is going to take the damage here, and that's going to be quite a bit, as Ornn able to just dive away from that one. Crick's going to be in the mid lane as well. Going to look to try to gank here, but we will see Echo just back away. And Ornn going to be able to complete his item and just farm under turret. Now, Graves available with the Alistair, so we'll see if they're going to go ahead and try for something. Echo does TP on back towards the mid lane, as now the missing pings do come out. And Let Me Cry Riven is going to take a little bit of damage. He's going to land one turret shot. Now, he's going to be in the wrong spot here. Alistair is going to go ahead and try to get a flank. With the Kai'Sa roaming up, we will see if they're able to grab this one. Nice dash forward, and the stun will not come through in time. But with the flash being forced because of the... oh, no. Because of the Mountain Drake procking onto Echo, we thought that... or we saw Victor think that he had a little bit of time to get there, was not able to get anything out of it, and he will instead trade his life away, just stepping a little too far forward on that one with the Taliyah coming on back into the fight. Victor did TP back on into the wave, or into the lane, so he won't lose anything off of that one, just the kill. And NIU going to see if they can hold this 1-kill lead. About 300, 400 gold up at this point. Mountain Drake is going to be the first Drake spawned in this game as well. And there comes TP in from the top side. So Keenis will not have that one available. Graves going to be ganking on the top side. He'll get there in time. He does step on a ward, but is going to be a little bit of damage now. We'll see if this is going to be the fight from NIU. Now, dash forward comes through from Leona, as there goes the knock into the turret, and this could be the damage. Seat's going to die, but so will the Alistair, and that's going to be the the Ornn grabbing that one, and Graves is going to die for the effort, so it will trade 1-to-1, and so across the map we're seeing 1-to-1 trades, and that will instead be advantage to Buffalo, as they will be able to start up this Mountain Drake with the Taliyah uncontested. NIU will be up a kill, but now with the Taliyah and the Xayah doing this Mountain Drake, it is going to be the advantage over towards the side of Buffalo. And NIU, though, is getting their jungler a little bit further ahead than he was last game. Echo going to go ahead and roam, as well as Leona, over towards that Mountain Drake to make sure that it does not get stolen. And it will be first Drake over towards the side of NIU once again. Or, sorry, over towards the side of Buffalo once again. If you notice, the farm lead is going over towards the side of Buffalo in the jungle quite heavily once again. But that mid lane farm lead for the Victor here, Space Marine, able to accumulate quite the lead here and keep his team in the matchup so far in terms of the gold differential. We do see that the Kai'Sa is up 1-0 so far in terms of kills. That is a better lead than she had last time, where last game she was unable to do that, or unable to get the kills early on in this one. Now Echo going to go ahead and engage onto the Victor. Will be an even trade, as now we're going to see Graves try to invade onto the Taliyah. We'll steal away a couple of those small chickens, but we'll just have to back away. And NIU might be in position to take this early Rift Herald here at 8 minutes. Though, actually, it looks like Graves and the Alistair are going to go ahead and try to roam back onto this Taliyah, see if they can't find a pick. They will just search out some of these camps and see if they can't get it there. Echo going to go ahead and roam towards there. And now the pings come through, as Ornn is roaming down as well. We'll see if they decide to go for this one. And the Alistair back does mean that we will see Taliyah actually hovering here. Going to go ahead and force the flash out of the Victor. So well played by Space Marine to make sure he does not die in that trade. But this could be Graves in a bad situation, as the Leona is right there as well. We'll spot out the Taliyah, and this is going to be the Rift Herald started up by the Taliyah, and Graves will go ahead and just back away, and looks like they will elect to just give away that objective in favor of pushing out this spot lane. Yeah, with the waves pushed in all 3 lanes, not really anything NIU could do to contest this, so they will have to give up the Rift Herald once again, but they will just start to farm these lanes out. Now, this is the dash onto the Victor. With the flash already burned, he's going to be dead once again, and Seed is going to take the turret shot, but won't end up dying for his efforts, and that'll be a nicely done dive on the side of Buffalo, as they will just spawn the Rift Herald in the mid lane here, and grab these turret plates as well.
Crick's in a good spot here. Is going to go ahead and stun onto the Taliyah. This is going to be the flash coming through. Could be flashes forward from NIU. They will go ahead and grab the kill right back onto Ghoulster. Yes, they will, as that'll go over towards the Alistair, but they will trade away Graves' life in the Endeavor. So junglers traded for the sides here, and all of a sudden the kills are even once again, and Buffalo in the gold lead, just about 300 or 400 here. And you can't help but think that this gold lead may start to snowball in favor of Buffalo if NIU isn't careful. Though they do seem to have more of the tools that they want in order to play these lanes out, so we'll see if they're able to do so. Aurelia is going to push away the Ornn, but farm lead only about 22 right now, which is still pretty monumental, but not the same type of lead we saw towards the end of last game. As Ornn is able to farm out under turret a little bit better. NIU's bot lane is going to push in this wave. Taliyah is coming on towards that towards the bot side. She'll go ahead and just start roaming down. NIU will back away though, so nothing coming of that one, nothing doing. So Victor though might be in a rough spot once again. Taliyah is posturing towards the mid lane, and that seems to be where the camp is coming out, as he will just be forced to back away on that one. And Taliyah looking to possibly force a dive here with the Leona available as well. They will back away and instead just look for this Drake as it spawns. Gale Force is finished on the Grave, so he will have the slight advantage there, especially as the teams look to fight for this next dragon. Crick's going to clear out some vision, and NIU will just continue to push these waves out, look for vision, and see if they cannot grab these. Now that's a stun onto Victor, as he's going to trade back a little bit of the damage, but Riven just going to take that one. Now Graves is going to be caught here. That's a lot of stun coming through. Will he be locked down? He'll be able to get away from this one, as now the damage does come through, and knocked back on in is Seat. Will he be killed off? Yes, he will. Crix is going to grab that one and will survive on the end of this. And NIU going to take the 1-for-0 trade. The stun could come back out, as that's going to be PCH taking a lot of damage. Flash comes forward from the Echo, though he will now be forced to use his ultimate, and the teleport does come through from Ornn. Irelia is going to get there, but we'll see if NIU elects to contest any further, as this Cloud Drake is available, and it will just be finished off by the side of Buffalo. And the 1-for-1 trade is only about a 400 gold lead for the side of Buffalo, so not the biggest lead if you're rooting for them. And the Alistair is starting to get a little bit of a bounty on his head, really impacting the map quite well. But we will see if NIU is able to scale. That's the nice thing about their composition. They do look to scale a little bit heavier, especially with this Ornn in the top lane. Gonna look to just farm out this bot lane as well. Look to play safe and see if they can't keep getting the items here. Riven will go ahead and start there. And that's going to be the kill here, as we do see the kill come through from the side of Buffalo. As we look, we're going to see the dive come through, but Alistair not going to be able to grab the kill here, as now sitting in a bad spot, and he's going to be flashed on, and this will be the kill likely coming through. But with the ultimate proc from Alistair, we'll be able to do a little bit more damage back towards 5-2-1-1-1 here. Knocked it away. Likely kill going to go over towards the Leona, and there it does go over towards the Xayah. Now dive comes through from the side of Buffalo on towards the top lane, and this is exactly as we expected, folks. It is starting to get out of hand, and Buffalo, with these nice coordinated cross-map plays, we are looking at the leads going forward through Buffalo. About a 3,000 gold lead if you're Buffalo right now, and that is the mid lane, just a 400 gold deficit, or 400 gold bounty on the Echo, as well as a fully stacked Dark Seal. So that Echo is definitely able to do some major amounts of damage here. And looking on to continue, they will keep on. This is going to be second Rift Herald going over towards Buffalo. And this could be a dive going on towards, yeah, nothing that Space Marine able to try to get out of there, but not able to do anything out of it. And we'll just go ahead. And we will go ahead and see. There is seeing that we might get a pause in just a minute. We are having some technical difficulties, I've been informed, so there may be a pause coming through right in a minute here. But we'll see if they're able to grab that onto the Riven here. They are going to look to, or onto Echo, sorry, looking to grab some kills, but NIU not able to grab it. I apologize. I am getting some Discord messages just about the technical issues as we go, so I apologize if I'm getting a bit distracted in the cast. But we are seeing that NIU going to clear out some of this vision as Talia does grab that Rift Herald once again on towards the towards her as well, and 0-5-1 sitting on the mid lane. The difference right now in the kills, unfortunately, for NIU. And really, that comes down to the jungle being able to just camp for the mid lane, which, that's enabled by the fact that Buffalo's bot lane has been able to hold their own on this one, as well as their top lane, obviously much better this game, but is getting quite the lead on each of these just because of the things here. Yeah, so as we step into a pause, we're going to go ahead and step off of the broadcast for just a second. We will join back up once this pause has been resolved. But until then, we're going to go ahead. Let's look at the game state real quick. 2 turrets to nothing in favor of Buffalo. About a 4,000 gold lead in favor of Buffalo, and a 5-kill lead, as well as the Drakes going over towards them. But yeah, let's go ahead and step away real quick while we figure out the technical issues of this pause, and then we will get you guys an update as soon as possible.
Down, you're the flashing lights I see. Catch my soul, lose my mind, you're the only trip I need. I'm losing control, your eyes entice me. Just letting go, your hold is tightening. I feel you rushing through my veins. Our bodies getting closer. Your heartbeat drives me insane. I feel you taking over. I feel you rushing through my veins.
All right, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We are back into game, and NIU is continuing. That was a quick pause there, so just fixing up those Discord issues, and we do see that they have been resolved. PCH, going to find a pick here possibly, but we'll just back away. And now could be getting picked himself, and he will indeed, as he is just going to get just blown up there by the side of Buffalo. And now we do see this pick possibly coming through. Now they could look for the Echo here, but it is just going to be Drake going through. Now Echo is going to get away with his ultimate there, and now does get stunned up, but not able to... Oh, the damage does come through from the Kaisa, and she's going to be able to trade one back here. So nicely done by Summoner XD, but Ghoulster is going to look to grab the pick back on, and does not finish that one off. The third Drake did go over towards the side of Buffalo. They'll go ahead and grab that, put themselves on Ocean Soul Point this time. But 12 to 7 in kills, about a 4,000 gold lead in favor of Buffalo, and they are up 3 Drakes to nothing. Looking on through. Looks like the game state, NIU just going to try to farm this out and get towards the Ornn upgrades. He will have his Forge Fire Crest here in once he gets to level 13. So sitting at 12, he's getting very close to that upgrade, which could be really the big difference here. NIU would be able to scale back in with those upgrades more than likely. So they need to make sure that they're not losing it out here. The book did lose all of the Magi Soul Stealer does lose all of its stacks from the Echo there, since he did die in that fight. So he's now sitting on no stacks on the Magi's and 4, 1, and 3. Looking across, and are you needing to just get the Ornn up to level 13, and now he may be the subject of a nice little dive here as as the Xayah and Leona are roaming over towards him. He'll go ahead and get out of that one, and now the dash or the dive does come through. Alistair able to just back him up, so we will see the flash used by Alpha Squirtle. He'll actually grab his Forge Fire Crest, so now we will see that available, and in the next level he'll be able to start upgrading these different items for his teammates. Gale Force could be upgraded, as well as likely the first one would be the Kraken Slayer for the Kaisa. That is another thing to note. This is the Kraken Slayer Kaisa build rather than the Gale Force build. Now damage comes through onto 52111, but Talia is here. This is going to be Summoner XD coming back on this one. Flash forward comes through from Talia. Not going to be able to grab anything, and NIU will be able to disengage on that one successfully. 5,000 still the gold lead, so NIU able to stall pretty effectively. Irelia just on the bot lane, while Ornn on the top lane. Not able to land anything, unfortunately, there, so we'll see that one through. Nice use of the Gale Force to be able to get out was the Graves in that Talia versus Graves fight. Looking at the lanes, again, NIU just looking to try to hold these lanes while and answer the split push where Echo and Irelia will be in the side lanes in this 1-3-1 sort of composition, especially with the Talia able to roam around. Looks like she might start up the Baron shortly, or at least get vision around it. But NIU looks like they're trying to set up a pick here with that Alistair and Graves, but looks like they're just going to clear out some vision and get out of there. Leona going to go ahead and knock down with her ulti. Flash forward comes through from Leona, and that is just the damage immediately onto the Graves. Crix is going to go ahead and he's going to fall to that one. And that'll be 14 to 7 in favor of Buffalo. And now about a 6,000 gold lead. NIU going to have to try to see if they can't get something out of this one, as Buffalo has started up the Baron. NIU just going to try to call for the give and try to take this mid tier 1. Although actually with Victor, it looks like they may be trying to go in on this one. Now the ulti does come through from the Ornn. Now it goes on through. Red team does grab the Baron, but will they be able to get out of this one? They look like they will. They'll back away with their low members, and Victor could be dead on this one, as he's just going to go ahead and yeah, he'll be able to escape on that one as actually with the gravity well. And now he is caught on the wrong side of the Talia ultimate, so he likely is going to be the delayed kill on this one. Although he might be able to escape. Leona is going to be there, though. Now Echo as well does dash forward. Nice flash to make sure that he doesn't get caught by the Echo stun. And able to get away. Space Marine with those fancy feet and the jukes and able to get on out of there. And are you going to look for a pick as the side of Buffalo comes down for the Drake? Now they're going to go ahead and grab it onto the Leona. That's a nice stun coming through. A bunch of damage. We'll see if it's enough, though, as Aurelia is able to grab the 1 kill, as that is onto the Kaisa. And that's going to be 2. Ornn going to drop as well. Buffalo going to grab that Ocean Soul, and this is likely all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen, as that is now a 9,000 gold lead in favor of Buffalo here about 23 minutes in. NIU held more valiantly than last time, but unfortunately, it just seems like the side of Buffalo was a little too much here, and that's going to be the flash forward. Kaisa just going to be able to, or sorry, Xayah able to just knock down the victor here. Unfortunate series if you're NIU. I think there's likely a, I don't want to speculate anything about what played into it. Unfortunately, it just seemed to be a tough series for everyone in the game here. I will commend the team. They were able to try to hold on pretty well here. Did better in game number 2 than they had done in game number 1. Unfortunately, it seems like this Buffalo team is living up to their expectations as the number 1 or 2 team in the conference and possibly even the country. I think when this Buffalo team gets firing on all 4 cylinders, they definitely can be one of the strongest teams in the country here. 18-7, about 10,500 gold is the advantage for Buffalo. NIU yet to take a turret in this game. At least it is not a perfect game. They're not getting perfect gamed yet. They have gotten 7 turrets out of it, or 7 kills, I apologize, out of this game. But once again, Buffalo just going to return to the 1-3-1, and it is going to be a tough answer for NIU. They were able to upgrade the... actually, Ornn did have his upgrade. Now he does use it on the Kraken Slayer there for the Kaisa. So she will now have a little bit more of those added stats, as well as Ornn will have a little bit more resistances on his person. And needs to get to level 15 to upgrade some of these other items as well. It's going to get stunned up by Keenus, and now this is going to be a dive forward, and nice damage traded back on by the Ornn. So this is exactly what we were hoping for out of Alpha Squirtle. Able to play a little bit more solidly on this Ornn. Something that it doesn't die as easily. Now, that's going to be a Hex Flash forward from Seat, but just does not land the ultimate there. Summoner XD able to dodge away from the Talia knockback, and now this could be the dive over the wall. PCH is going to take a bunch of damage here. It's flash forward and away. Riven going to go ahead and die as well, and this could be the re-engage coming through from Buffalo. Not going to be able to hit the ultimate there, and will be Space Marine dying, and now it could be Summoner XD as well. Crix would be the next target. He's going to go ahead and get stunned up here. He will die. Alpha Squirtle is going to go ahead and just get onto the fountain, but this is going to be the game. NIU is going to fall 22-7, 2-0 in this game, and they will take their first loss of the season. But if there's a team that you're okay with losing to, it is this Buffalo team or the Northeastern squad. So NIU puts up a valiant effort, and now this is a little bit BM here as they're just looking to dive the fountain. And yeah, not really necessary here. Yeah, good job, Ornn, getting the shutdown there, but NIU will will lose this one. GG, Buffalo takes it, and based on the messages I was getting in the during the game, I'm going to go ahead and make the executive decision tonight that we are not going to go ahead and have a an interview. I know there was an element of frustration among some of the base here, so we'll be going ahead and just going with this final score. But GG's to Buffalo, showing exactly why they are that strong team in the conference. And like I've mentioned, they are number 1 or number 2 in the conference. So really well played by Buffalo, able to take the series 2-0. NIU will be back in action on Wednesday. I believe they play Ohio. Could be. Let me check. Yeah, on or not Wednesday. Sorry, today is Wednesday. On Saturday against a Ohio University Bobcats squad. That'll be at 3 p.m. Central. No. Yeah. 3 p.m. Is that right? No, 2 p.m. My apologies. 2 p.m. Central Time. Until then, I am Connor Vagel, coming to you from the NIU Esports Arena. Please, we hope that you enjoyed the matches. We know that the outcome wasn't exactly what you were hoping for. We will be back, as I mentioned, on Saturday at 2 p.m. against an Ohio squad. We're looking to get back on the board and move to an impressive 4-1 record. Until then, I am Connor Vagel, and be sure to check out all things NIU Esports. Be sure to, if you would be so kind, feel free to follow the page and subscribe. But we will see you on Saturday.